Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. With the 2025 MotoGP season fast approaching, the dynamic between Francesco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez at Ducati continues to be a major talking point. While the two champions have had their share of on-track clashes, Bagnaia insists they must work together in testing to ensure the GP25 is race-ready. But once the lights go out in Thailand, the battle for supremacy begins. As Marc Marquez prepares for his first full preseason with Ducati's factory team, the 8-time world champion has set a clear priority: learning from teammate Francesco Bagnaia. With Sepang's crucial test days ahead, Marquez is focused on adapting to the GP25 and building the foundation for a competitive season. After years of success as Ducati's top satellite team, Pramac Racing is set to embark on a new challenge with Yamaha in 2025. Team boss Gino Borso believes his squad will bring the best mentality from Ducati to Yamaha, helping the Japanese manufacturer return to the top of MotoGP. With Yamaha investing heavily in its revival, Pramac sees this as an opportunity to make history once again. The 2025 MotoGP preseason kicks into high gear as teams and riders take to the track for the official Sepang test from February 5th to 7th. With major changes in the rider lineup and new machines to fine-tune, this 3-day test will be crucial in shaping the upcoming season. Here's everything you need to know about the schedule and how to follow the action. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. The arrival of Marc Marquez at Ducati's factory team has sparked plenty of speculation about how he and reigning champion Pecco Bagnaia will coexist. However, Bagnaia has made it clear that, for now, collaboration is key. Despite the inevitable rivalry between two title contenders, Bagnaia believes mutual respect is crucial as they fine-tune the GP25 in preseason. "We will work together until the first race. We are two smart guys and know how important this moment is. It's like a normal relationship between teammates, and this has to be like this because the respect between us is the first thing." Quote from Bagnaia. With both riders pushing for a competitive edge, the true test of their relationship will come once the season officially begins. Bagnaia also praised Ducati for their efforts in delivering the updates both he and Marquez requested following last November's test in Barcelona. The challenge for Ducati was balancing the strengths of the hybrid prototype tested in Barcelona, particularly its straight-line speed, with improvements in other key areas. "I think for the things we asked, me and Marc, I think they did a very good job. The compromise wasn't easy because the hybrid bike we tested in Barcelona was very strong on the straight, but we were missing something in other areas. So, I know perfectly how hard they worked to make us happy, and I think they did." With Ducati delivering the requested changes, both Bagnaia and Marquez will have their first proper test of the final GP25 package at Sepang. With 3 crucial days of testing ahead, Bagnaia is eager to maximize track time to finalize Ducati's race setup. Let's see today. We will have a lot of things to try, a lot of things to do. But I'm really hoping to not see any rain because it will be 3 days of full testing. The Sepang test will be the first true indicator of how competitive Ducati's 2025 machine is, and whether Marquez and Bagnaia can continue to work together, even as their individual ambitions begin to take over. Pecco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez may be partners in testing, but once the first race begins in Thailand, all bets are off. With Ducati's updated GP25 ready for its first real test, all eyes are on Sepang to see who will gain the upper hand in MotoGP's most anticipated teammate battle. After an impressive season with Gresini in 2024, Marc Marquez is back in factory colors, stepping into Ducati's official team alongside 2-time champion Francesco Bagnaia. While many expect tensions to rise between the two title contenders, Marquez is taking a pragmatic approach in testing. With just one prior test on the GP25 in Barcelona, Marquez acknowledges that Bagnaia's experience with Ducati's development will be crucial in helping him adjust. At the moment, I want to understand well the situation, try to learn from Pecco because he has a lot of years inside this garage, he knows many things. We need to choose the correct way, trying to work together with Pecco and all the team to find the best base. Quote from Marquez. The upcoming days in Sepang will be a key moment for Marquez to refine his approach and close the gap to his teammate. Ducati has lined up an intensive preseason schedule, with 5 days of testing over a 9-day span. Marquez knows that maximizing this track time will be essential in preparing for the season opener. Ducati's goal is to refine the GP25's performance for both riders while maintaining the strengths that made the GP24 dominant last season. Marquez is still in the adaptation phase but believes Ducati's engineers have provided a strong foundation. When you are in a factory team and you see the schedule, you have a lot of things to try, small things, big things. But it's a bike that is working well, and when a bike is working well, then it is in your hands. At the moment I have the experience of only one test in Barcelona, and we have, more or less, the same comments. This was important, and it was easier for the engineers. While Marquez has already familiarized himself with Ducati's upper management during the team launch in Medina di Campiglio, he is still building relationships with his technical crew. One of his key focuses is establishing a strong partnership with Marco Rigamonti, his new chief engineer. I feel well, but I will feel better after the first test and I will feel better after the first race because I try to understand the way that they are working. I start to know the mechanics more, especially Marco Rigamonti, who will be my chief engineer. From that point, I try to understand well what we need to be fast on the racetrack. That is the most important thing. Marc Marquez may be a MotoGP legend, but adapting to a new team and bike takes time. As Sepang testing begins, all eyes will be on how quickly he can close the gap to Pecco Bagnaia and whether Ducati's latest machine will give him the tools to fight for the title from the very first race. Pramac racing was a key part of Ducati's success from 2004 to 2024, playing a crucial role in developing the Desmosedici and even winning the 2023 Riders' Championship with Jorge Martin. However, a dramatic shift in Ducati's plans for 2025, favoring Marc Marquez over Martin for the factory seat, led Pramac to break ties and sign with Yamaha instead. Now, with two factory Yamaha M1s for Jack Miller and Miguel Oliveira, Pramac hopes to apply its Ducati-honed approach to help Yamaha rise back up the grid. Team boss Gino Borsa says Yamaha has embraced Pramac's vision and work ethic. They welcomed us very well right away. They opened their arms, let's say we became part of the family in a fairly simple way without any problem. They are listening a lot to our vision of racing, even how to work during the weekend. Quote from Borsa. Borsa emphasized that Pramac's experience with Ducati has shaped a winning mentality, one they now aim to bring to Yamaha's MotoGP project. After struggling in recent seasons, Yamaha has made it clear that it is willing to invest heavily to return to the front. The signing of Pramac Racing is a key part of this rebuild, with the team expected to contribute its expertise in developing competitive machinery. Borsa admits that moving from a title-contending Ducati to a rebuilding Yamaha means starting from scratch in 2025. However, he sees this challenge as an opportunity to prove Pramac's ability to succeed in different environments. He also acknowledged Yamaha's significant efforts in revamping its MotoGP structure. Maybe I got too used to always fighting at the front, but it also takes learning to start over from scratch, redoing the base, and being aware of how difficult it is to bring back a project like Yamaha. I think this is the first time Yamaha has invested so much money. They've taken a lot of technicians, they're doing a lot of new things. Pramac's move to Yamaha marks one of the biggest shifts in recent MotoGP history. The team has already proven its ability to rise through the ranks, going from a satellite Ducati squad to championship contenders. Now Borsa hopes to replicate that success with Yamaha. He believes that if Pramac can help Yamaha return to winning ways, it will be another historic achievement for the team. If we succeed, It will be something again to say we've made history, just as we were able to do with Ducati," Borsa concluded. Pramac Racing faces a new challenge in 2025 as it joins forces with Yamaha, bringing a wealth of experience and a winning mindset. With Yamaha making major investments and Pramac eager to prove itself in a new environment, the upcoming season could mark the beginning of a remarkable transformation. Following the initial shakedown test, which featured test riders, rookies, and concession-eligible Yamaha and Honda teams, the entire MotoGP grid is now set to hit the Sepang International Circuit for 3 days of full preseason testing. This test is a pivotal moment for teams as they gather critical data, refine their setups, and evaluate new components before the season opener. Key storylines include Marc Marquez's highly anticipated debut on a factory Ducati and Jorge Martin's adaptation to the Aprilia RSGP after his switch from Pramac Ducati. For manufacturers like Yamaha and Honda, who are benefiting from the revised concession rules, the test presents a vital opportunity to close the gap to their European rivals. With new bikes, team changes, and major technical updates, the Sepang test is expected to provide the first real glimpse of MotoGP's pecking order for 2025. Marc Marquez on the Ducati. The 8-time world champion finally gets his chance to push the Desmosed to the limit in a full test session. How quickly will he adapt? Jorge Martin's Aprilia Challenge. The reigning vice-champion begins his journey with Aprilia, aiming to adjust his riding style to a completely different bike. Yamaha and Honda's progress. With additional testing allowances under the new concession system, both Japanese manufacturers are under pressure to show significant improvement. Factory teams versus satellites. With Pramac Racing switching to Yamaha and other teams refining their 2025 packages, Sepang will offer the first clues about which squads are best prepared for the new season. While there will be no live stream covering every lap of the Sepang test, fans can still keep up with the action through official MotoGP channels. With the new season just around the corner, the Sepang test will offer the first real indications of which riders and teams are ready to fight at the front in 2025. As MotoGP teams hit the track in Sepang, all eyes will be on key riders like Marc Marquez and Jorge Martin as they adjust to new machinery. With crucial testing data to be gathered and early performance benchmarks set, this test could provide a glimpse of what's to come in the 2025 season. Stay tuned for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today. This is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.